Welcome, collective. Thank you guys for joining me today. Let's go ahead and get started with your guys' tarot read. Getting told tokens. Getting told tokens. So that's where we're going to start. I'm going to give them a little stir. It's going to be noisy, sorry. And give them a little bit of a stir before we pick a few here. Let's see what comes forward. What does the collective need to hear today? So we had 3 pop up. Let's see what they are. So we have the Lover's Coin was the first one that came forward. We have Judgment as well. And we have the Emperor too. Interesting. I don't know if somebody's going to have to make a judgment call about maybe a relationship or somebody close to them. Sometimes judgment can represent karma too. So you're getting back what we put out into the world. I'd like to know where that Emperor coin sits. We're going to grab an Oracle deck. We're going to go ahead and get started with the Oracle deck. And try and get some clarity, and a whole bunch wanted to pop out right away. Thorn, protection, boundaries, clear communication. Clear communication and boundaries too. That's the one that stands out to me the most, I think. Plant yourself here. Grounded action. I keep feeling protection. I keep feeling boundaries. Boundaries, setting boundaries, maybe speaking your mind or being assertive might be important in this. This might be part of that decision to make in a relationship or judgment call to make. Come to me, acting like a rose, receive abundance desires. I'll tell you what I see in this card and what I'm being told by my guides. If it's meant to be, it'll be. I think somebody is going to have to set some boundaries in some sort of a relationship. I don't know. Yes, we got the Lover's Coin, but the Lover's Coin does not always represent romance. It just represents relationships and decisions that need to be made. I keep feeling in these cards like somebody's going to have to put their foot down and set their boundaries. Is that, especially with that plant yourself here, it's like planting down your roots. It's like, this is my line in the sand. These are my ideals. These are the things I will not compromise. If you are willing to join me and to come to me the right way, I am open to receive you in that way. But you will not cross my boundaries, is what I keep feeling. I keep feeling empowerment here. Trust the seasons, embracing cycles or transitions, growth, cycles. And you know what? I feel growth, but I feel a duality in it. I feel like it goes for both parties. This is for somebody learning how to speak their truth and setting down those boundaries and really being firm in those things. But this is also for the other side of that coin, for whoever the other energy is. And that person learning to respect that, to grow and to evolve themselves so that they're willing to step up to the plate. They're willing to find change. They're willing to show respect for somebody else's boundaries and perhaps contribute more positively to the dynamic that these two people have in their relationship. Sub Rosa, hidden in plain sight mysteries, learning and teaching. Learning and teaching is what stands out to me in this one. Learning and teaching. This is the life lesson. This is a life lesson. And I keep feeling like it goes to both. This life lesson is more than just one person. It starts with one person's actions, though. It starts with that. It starts with somebody being assertive, somebody saying no more. I won't compromise on these things. These are my boundaries. This is where I draw my line. And if you are willing to come to me the right way, I'm open to receive you. I'm open to receive you. I'm open for a new cycle. I'm open for growth and transition here. I'm open for both of us learning a new way of being because I have now found that new way of being for myself. But if you're not willing to, you cannot cross this line. These lines will not get crossed anymore. Now we are nature becoming grounded. Somebody's getting more grounded and coming home to themselves. This is about self-worth, self-respect. That's what part of those boundaries are, is being able to say, you can't treat me a certain way. I expect a certain level of respect, right? Like this is part of somebody's personal growth, somebody's journey in personal growth, being able to bring forward that change, to demand that change of the other energies around them. Bud. potential promise. That's interesting. Somebody's definitely being encouraged. Like you're on the right path, setting down these boundaries, setting down these roots. This is the right path for somebody. I keep feeling like regardless of what happens with this relationship, this is what somebody needs to do for themselves, for a higher path, for a higher vibration. That might be to come into their emperor form. Come into their emperor form, the best form of themselves. The second bloom. See, this is funny too, though. The second bloom, a second chance. It's never too late. New possibilities. So I don't think whatever this thing is, I don't feel like it's a write-off. Whatever this relationship is, whether this is family, friend, coworker, romance, whatever it is, I don't feel like it's a write-off. I feel like there is potential, but one person is going to have to drive this change with their actions of setting down these boundaries. The sacred waters. It is about rest. It is about replenishment. It is about self-care when you take on these boundaries, right? You're saying, I am not going to give so much of myself that I become drained or I have nothing left for myself. I am not going to allow somebody to treat me in a way that drains me emotionally or that drains me spiritually and leaves me feeling like a pile of crap. Setting those boundaries is self-care. It's an important part of self-care because you are preserving and protecting enough for yourself to always feel okay. You're not letting somebody overwhelm you or take too much. It is an important part of replenishment and looking after yourself. Healing the mother line. Oh, this is interesting. Ancestral work. This may tie into something that somebody experienced in the past or the way that they grew up, or perhaps even just a chain of behavior that they've been living from the past, and like a compromising too much, a giving too much of themselves, allowing maybe other people to not treat them the way that they deserve. It's like, hey, time for a change. That chapter needs to come to an end. This needs to be a new cycle in finding that power and finding that self-worth. Nobody's going to take too much from me again, no matter how I was in the past or what I saw growing up in the past. This is not going to be a part of my present, and this will not be a part of my future. I am now closing the door on that piece of things, and I am ushering in a new era of change. The grandmother, remember your roots, perspective, trust the weavings. I will tell you in this card, I do feel, obviously it has the feminine features on it and it says grandmother, but I do feel a more feminine energy, and I do feel an older energy, and I do feel it's like ancestral. So this may be somebody who has crossed over, a spirit who's watching somebody take these new steps. Take these new steps. I feel like there is a removal of generations here. So chances are it's not going to be like a parent. This would be like a grandparent or a great-grandparent who's watching this transition or change from the other side of the veil. I feel like pride in that card. I feel a lot of pride in watching this journey that you're taking, in this, finding the courage to make this change for yourself. Somebody's extremely proud of you on the other side. Morning dew. Yeah, clarity, fresh start, positive outlook. This is a new perspective. It's a new era. It's a new era. It's a new cycle, and it will bring you abundance, because you're not allowing yourself to get depleted anymore. You're setting that tone. You're setting that standard. Don't lower your standards with other people around you and how they treat you. Recognizing your self-worth and then making sure that others treat you that way. And if they don't want to treat you that way, they're not welcome, right? That line does not get crossed. I'm welcome to receive you. I will receive you if you will come to me the right way, but not if you're going to be disrespectful. Not if you're going to try and run me down, not if you're going to try to take advantage of me. Then you have no place in my life and within my circle. Held. That's interesting. Unseen help, support, community. I get pulled back to the grandmother's card. You're getting cheered on from the other side. You have spiritual guides and guardian angels who are cheering you on from the other side. They're proud of this. They're proud of this transition that you're making. I keep feeling like for whoever these ancestors were, I get a really soft energy, and I feel like this might not have been an option for them. Like the way that they lived, maybe the culture or the time that they lived in was different. This was not something that they could find for themselves. I do feel like this was something they wanted for themselves though, but they were not in a position where they could manifest it. For whatever reason, I feel like there was bigger issues than just like shadow work for this person. I feel like this was more societal, the times, the culture where they were living. It would not have been accepted. They just had to accept the way things were, and they had to live within them, and they were not allowed to draw these hard lines and have these boundaries. This is something they would have loved to do, but it's something that they were not able to do. So they are proud to see you take this stance. They are proud to see you stand up for your self-worth and to start this new cycle of abundance and start this new chapter in your life where you don't take crap from anybody. Absolutely, I can hear them going, yeah, from the other side, like they're jacked for you. They're excited. They are proud of you. They feel a lot of pride, and especially pride that you are their lineage and you're doing this. You're not just some random person. It's like they take pride in all of your wins. You have this connection to them. There's a blood connection here. After the rain, silver lining, acceptance. This is interesting too. In this, I do feel a radical acceptance, and I get pulled back to the come to me card too. And that's sort of like, if you're going to come back the right way, I'm open to you. But if you're not, don't come. I feel this acceptance that what's meant to be will be, especially the trust the seasons, right? If this is meant to come, it will come. If it's meant to leave your life, it will leave. After the rain, I just feel that acceptance, and everything will be okay in this. I feel a lot of inner peace in this card. I'll show you this card. Just this really soft, peaceful energy. And it's like, what's meant to be will be. If whoever this other energy is meant to stay in my life, they will choose to step up and do the right thing. And if they choose to stay the way they are and be disrespectful and be hurtful, and they choose to leave my life because they won't treat me the way that I deserve, then that's not somebody who deserves to be in my life anyways. And I am better off without that type of energy, because I deserve better than that. I deserve to be treated better than that. I got two more here. The wild rose. Exactly. Do it your way. Embrace your uniqueness. Don't compromise who you are for anybody. Don't compromise those core values. Don't compromise those unique things about yourself, and embrace those things. They're part of what makes you, you. And as long as you're living that more sort of authentic self and showing who you are, when you do meet new connections and they are drawn to that, that means that they are genuinely drawn to you. Not kind of a social mask of what you're wanting to present, right? They're seeing the authentic you, and they are genuinely intrigued and wanting to be around the real you. That's how you know you've made a true connection. Yeah, the crowning rebirth. Absolutely rebirth. It's funny because it says initiation and seat at the table. And I do feel like you are stepping up your elevation here. You like your vibration, you're stepping up your vibration, you're becoming more high vibrational. It's a seat at the table. I keep feeling like there are some that make it to that. There are some that are able to find this truth for themselves. They're able to ascend. They're able to find the courage to make these changes in their life. And it's like you're being welcomed into that. You're being welcomed into, that brotherhood, that sisterhood of being able to do that. So absolutely, this is a new change for you. This is a new chapter for you. This is a beautiful new chapter, and it brings in a lot of awesome changes too. And whether the secondary energy comes or goes, what's meant to be will be, right? If they come back to you, it's because they're willing to make these beautiful changes in their life and have a contributing relationship, which will bring a positive connection with this person. If they don't want to do it, it means they're not willing to have a positive connection with you, and they would rather just have you accept them for treating you like shit. And that's not somebody you want to have in your life anyways. That's not somebody who's going to contribute. That's somebody who just takes. They take away. We need a tarot deck to clarify your read. What tarot deck? That doesn't surprise me. The Light Seers. So let's go ahead and get going. So Spirit, what else do you need the collective to know about this read? Two of Wands, choosing a path. The Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. It's funny because I don't really feel like this Five of Pentacles is your card. I'll show you the card. I don't feel like it's yours. Don't feel like it's yours. Oh, it belongs to you. You're who it belongs to. The King of Wands. This is the energy that you're dealing with. So this is somebody who's got a lot of ego. This is somebody who is led by their passions. This is somebody who gets real friggin' uppity if you stand your ground, because I think they're used to being able to call the shots, or they're used to being able to be the driving force behind things. They don't want to, this is what I keep getting the impression, like they don't want to bow down to others, like somehow it hurts their ego. But that's not what this is about. This isn't about bowing down or breaking somebody's will. This is about two people coming together and respecting each other. See, and it's like there's this disconnect. The way that they're looking at things is like a disconnect. They're looking at it like that, like, I'm not going to bow down to you. I'm not going to let you be my boss. I'm not going to let you tell me what to do or how to live my life. And that's not what you're asking at all. What you're asking is for this person to treat you with respect and kindness. That's what you're asking. Like I said, I got a couple of cards that tell me this person might not be a write-off. We have the second bloom. We have the come to me. I don't feel like this situation is entirely over. I feel like what's important is that you make this choice for yourself and you stick to your guns. And then it's up to this King of Wands, whether this person is willing to evolve and come back with love, right? And come back with love and come back with respect and come back with an openness to evolving and learning. They need to find this clarity for themselves. Like you found the Star card, you found your clarity, you found this new way of being in this, I'm not going to compromise these certain things anymore. You know, this is my line in the sand. You found this awesome new way of being for yourself. I don't think, like I said, from the Oracle cards, I don't feel like this person's a write-off. They got some shit they got to overcome though. And it's a perspective and it's a way of looking at the world. They're going to have to step out of their ego. I don't think that's easy for this person. I don't think this person steps out of their ego very often. That's not the vibe that I get when I look at that card. I get this vibe of somebody who is, I am always right. I am always right. Like, why should I have to listen to this person? Or why should I have to da-da-da-da? I should be able to do what I want or treat people how I want. You can just deal with it. This is the vibe that I get from this King of Wands. I'd like a little bit more on that, the Chariot card. You know what? And it might take, wow, this is what my guides are telling me. It might take losing you for this person to pull their head out of their ass. Because I got the Chariot card here and I have the Nine of Swords. I feel like this moving away, this parting ways of you being like, no, I'm not putting up with this crap anymore. I'm not dealing with this. You can go be by yourself or go treat someone else like garbage, but you're not going to treat me like garbage anymore. I'm going to go live over here and be happy and live within my boundaries. If you want to join me, you need to accept these boundaries and step up to the plate. And I think they're going to get huffier than holy hell. When you do that, their hackles are going to get up because this is somebody who's going to get all up in their ego. And I think they're going to allow a parting of ways, but that might be the space and the time that this person needs to start taking stock about what they've just allowed to walk away because they can't see beyond their ego. I have this, I keep feeling this person going like, oh, fuck. It's like this moment of realizing what they let slip through their fingers, realizing that you are 100% holding your ground on this. Like you're not BSing, you're not fluffing nothing up. You mean it. You mean it. And this, oh shit. Like I messed up. And there's a lot of worry there. There is a whole lot of worry. This person does not want to lose you. I feel that in the cards. This person doesn't want to lose you. This person doesn't want this to come to an end. They don't want it to part ways. There's the moon, but are they willing to do their shadow work? Are they willing to step up and evolve? Are they willing to look at hard truths and to change things? That's the question. How much do they want you in their life? What are they willing to do to change things? That's interesting. I got the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune here. I think this person having some space and time alone to think about this and how they've contributed to it and letting that loneliness seep in without you there to love them and be kind to them. Keep feeling like they're going to have some kind of an epiphany. This is where they're going to be allowed to sort of let themselves step out of their ego. Because I think this person would have a really hard time doing it in front of people. But that doesn't mean they're not capable. This person, given time by themselves, can start to figure their shit out. I see somebody who's looking within, somebody who's reflecting on a relationship from the past. I feel in this page of cups, I feel reflection. I feel looking at what we've lost, but not just what we've lost, looking at what we want for the future. So this person is going to be looking at their future and trying to imagine what it's like without you. And I'm going to tell you this, to this person, that's a lonely fucking future. That is a really lonely future without you. That is not what they want. They want a future with you. They want a future with you. They don't want to travel. They don't want to travel life without you. They don't want to go through this journey without you. We got judgment a second time here. We have judgment a second time. And I'll tell you, in a way, it does represent karma, because this person has acted in a way that has caused this situation to come about. So this is their karma. This time of loneliness would be their karma. Losing a beautiful love connection would be their karma. But I keep feeling choice in that judgment card. Choice and like a rebirth. I'll show you that card. Choice and a rebirth. Maybe choice to try a rebirth, to try something new, to heighten their vibration, to come back in a new way. Like I said, I didn't feel in the oracle cards this person was a write-off. Four of Swords. Interesting. Healing, rest, recuperation. I keep feeling like this person needs time alone. And they need to feel like they lost somebody really important to them because they screwed up. I keep feeling like this is what they need to be able to sort of like snap them out of it, to snap them out of their ego and this stupid crap in the way that they've been going. And to recognize that if they want that happiness in their life, if they want your beautiful energy in their life, they have to earn it. They have to earn it. They have to step up to the plate and they have to change. Can you give me some more, please, Spirit? There we go. Thank you. Temperance. It does represent balance. It represents patience too. So I never tell anybody, and I never recommend to anybody to wait for somebody to ascend, to pull their head out of their ass, to get their shit together. Like I said, I don't feel like this person is a write-off, and I would not put your life on hold, hoping or waiting that they figure it out and that they ascend. Even if the cards say, which they are saying, there's a good chance that this is something this person is capable of doing, I still would not put your life on hold for this. I feel like there will be a period of time that this person needs to snap out of it. I don't know how long that period of time is, but it's like they need time. Keep feeling that in temperance. They need time alone to find out what their heart wants, where their heart really lies, and their heart lies with you. They don't want to go through a future without you. That the thought of that is a burden of having to walk through life without you. That's not what they want. They want a life with you. This person does not want to lose you. You are like their shining star. You are. You're loving. You're kind. You're loyal. You have all these beautiful, wonderful qualities, and they do genuinely love you. Whoever this person is, they have genuine love for you. They got to deal with their shit. That's interesting, though. Whoa, 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 whoa. So we have the Eight of Wands here, Three of Wands, and the Six of Wands. Holy shit. I do see them figuring their crap out. I just see somebody who's like, I can't lose this person that I love. I can't lose this person that I love, all because I got huffy, all because I got my ego, all because I just didn't want to do this, or I didn't want to. I think they're going to see that what you're asking for is absolutely not unreasonable. Your boundaries are not unreasonable. This is what the cards are going to say. So this read might not resonate with each and every one of you. This might be a little bit more specific for maybe one or two people. This King of Wands is going to see that they drove this situation. They're going to see that they treated you wrong, and they are coming back to make anew. They are coming back to make a fresh start. I see them giving you that recognition that you are asking for, respecting you, respecting your self-worth, treating you the way that you deserve. I see you getting what you want by being assertive. taking this leadership and this ownership in your life and owning your truth and speaking your truth and being assertive and standing up for yourself and setting your boundaries gets you what you want. It gets you your wish fulfillment with this person, because this person does not want to lose someone who is their heart, someone who is their shining star, somebody who is so absolutely dear to them. They are not willing to lose that, but I do think it takes time apart and that fear of you never coming back or never rekindling that for this person to pull their head out of their ass. It's like that shock and, oh my God, they're not here anymore. I don't wake up next to them anymore. We don't get to share our days anymore. I am truly alone. I have this feeling of like true loneliness and like fear of it being like that for the foreseen future. This person does not want to live like that. They want a life with you. They want a life with you. They want to maintain this bond with you. But you don't want things to continue the way that they are. That's not good enough for you. You need something more. There is nothing wrong with you setting these boundaries. And I keep feeling like, especially this Queen of Wands, you got to look at the look on her face, man. She is like, she's getting what she wants. She's getting what she wants. She asked for it. She spoke her truth. She stood her ground and had her boundaries. And it's getting her what she wants. I feel like this person is softening some. And they're not, like, I don't know, maybe this person feels like to be a bit softer, even with the people close to them, is like akin to weakness. And maybe this is why they've kind of been a little bit more abrasive, a little bit more harsh, is because they're trying to present this really strong front. And maybe they see now they don't have to be like that with you. You're not judging the shit out of them. You know, you're not gonna judge them or call them a wuss or anything like that. You are safe. You're a safe place for them. You're a safe place for their heart. They can be softer with you. They can be vulnerable with you. You will love them and you will care for their heart and protect their heart. But they need to protect your heart by treating you with kindness and with softness. Yeah, I feel like this is what this Devil card represents. This is them recognizing that they have put themselves in a situation where they run the risk of being without you for the rest of their lives. They run the risk of being alone and having to go through this life alone, this journey alone. That is the trigger that brings transformation to this person. That's the trigger that makes this person change. We had one fall out, but it fell out sideways here, guys. The Hierophant. Higher learning. That's not higher learning. That's that wisdom. That is that bloody epiphany that this person finds. It came out sideways because it has not yet happened. This is something that still has to come into play. This is a series of events that has to unfold before this card can turn upright. And this person really, truly recognizes that higher wisdom. And then it will turn upright. But it's something that they need to find. So for now, it sits sideways, guys. The Four of Wands. And this change that you are making, regardless of whether this person steps up or not, for you is a solid foundation for your future. It sets the tone in all of your relationships with other people, not just this one, but with family, with friends, with coworkers, with bosses, with anybody who you interact. It sets that tone. You will not be treated like shit. You expect for people to respect you, and you will be respectful as well. Is that even give and take, but you're not going to eat crap from anybody anymore. And like by doing this, by making these choices, you are the one who is manifesting change in your life. Look at you, who showed up again for a second time. The Emperor. Interesting. The Emperor. I feel your energy in this Emperor, I gotta tell you. I feel like this is somebody who owns their self-worth. This is somebody who recognizes their uniqueness, who recognizes their value, and who will not settle for less because they know they don't have to. They don't have to. They will always find a way to make the best of whatever because they're more than capable of doing it. They're smart, they're intelligent, they're lovable, they're kind, they're all these beautiful, wonderful things. And this is somebody who can drive positive change in their own life. I feel this I have to tell you, I feel this in our King of Wands energy. Choose wisely, choose wisely, choose wisely. It's like having to, having to take that time to decide. Having to take that time to decide. Like I said, I think they need to be hit with that real truth of losing you, of those ties being severed, of you slipping away. It's like, oh shit, what did I do? I also feel a reflection in this Seven of Cups card, a reflection of choices. What did I do? Oh no, what did I do? I chased away this person that I want to have a family situation with, a committed situation with, somebody I want to build legacy with. I've chased them away with this aggressiveness, with this shell that I have, because I'm afraid of being vulnerable. This person doesn't see that as weakness. This person loves me. This person will be open to me. They won't judge me. And this is nothing that you can make this person realize. This is something that they have to choose to realize for themselves. What Tarot is saying is that this situation and the way that it plays out creates that perfect opportunity for this person to start realizing this. This is not going to be an overnight change. They come back and all of a sudden they're a different person, but I see them trying. I see them trying, and they may need a little bit of encouragement along the way, but I see this person is genuinely ready to try to be different. After all of this plays out, they're ready to come back, and they're ready to genuinely try to make change and be a positive force in this relationship. Five of Wands. Yeah, because they overthink shit too. This King of Swords. They like overthink shit and then they hide their emotions. So this person does have deep emotions. They do have deep worries. They have deep love for you. And all of their emotions, I think, run deep, but I think they're really afraid to show those softer ones. Those are the ones they try to keep to themselves for whatever reason. They feel like society or wherever the people around them are not going to find that acceptable or are going to judge them. In this Nine of Wands, I feel more of a freedom in sort of releasing emotions. Because I think that they would like to be like that with you, but that fear sort of keeps them back. That they would like to be softer. They would like to be that more emotional thing, but they just, like, they can't see past the fear of judgment in doing it. So that they need to find balance within themselves and not allow those fears to overwhelm them. Otherwise, they're going to wind up with heartache. But the thing about, I will tell you, this Three of Swords, it does not just represent heartbreak. Sometimes it represents separation with the chance of reconciliation. So even in these cards, even in the tarot, to clarify, it doesn't say this is a write-off. This person has potential to change. The potential is absolutely there. The world cycles. I see something, they kind of like that, what goes around comes around, or something coming back around is what I see. Something coming back around. And I see how happy that figure is in there too. That is wish fulfillment. That is wish fulfillment. Somebody's has this perfect opportunity to do some personal growth. And like I said, there's two here. There's two here who are growing, but one initiates the growth of both. It's still up to our King of Wands to make the choice for themselves. Everything in the cards tells me, though, this person will find their way. They will find their way to change. They will find their way to learn how to be softer, or allow this softer side to show, at least with whoever this Queen of Wands is, who the read is for, and be able to find safety within that relationship to open up more. But it will be a process over time. I do feel like they're committed to the change, though. They're committed to the change. They're committed to making this something different. They're committed to building this into something more and creating this into a true, loving connection. I get a really good vibe off of this read, guys. Alrighty, have a great rest of your day.